Hi everyone, this is Elizabeth from Strange Ago, and in this video we are going to take a look at old cases of people being boiled to death. Can you imagine what it was like to be boiled to death? It is not something we hear about all too often in the 21st century, but being boiled to death in the previous 2 centuries appears to have been a rather common occurrence. At an Indiana cement plant in 1910, a huge vat of cement was boiling when a man walked along the overhead and fell into it. His co-workers had to fish him out of the boiling cement, and as they did, his flesh reportedly fell off his body. In 1897, a Medfield State Hospital inmate, William Spearing, was placed in a bathtub. The attendant turned on the hot water and neglected to turn on any of the cold water. The patient, being exceptionally weak, did not seem to notice that he was sitting in boiling water until the attendant noticed the horrible mistake. When Spearing was removed from the water, he was completely covered in burns and blisters. He passed away 24 hours later. The attendant was dismissed from the job due to neglect. In 1907, Massachusetts, it was reported that an 18-month-old child was left alone in the kitchen when he fell into a kettle filled with boiling clam chowder. The child was found by his parents, and he was completely boiled alive. No description was given as to how the child managed to get into the kettle. Cattle dipping vats were used to eradicate ticks from cattle and were built into the ground to make dipping cattle a little easier. However, these in-ground vats were dangerous. In 1912, it was reported that a New Mexico committeeman accidentally fell into one of these vats filled with boiling oil and acid. He was boiled alive before anyone could rescue him. In West Virginia, 1899, someone thought it would be okay to let a 5-year-old play near the exhaust barrels at an oil well. Sadly, the child fell into one of these boiling exhaust wells and was boiled alive. According to the article, the flesh about its head and shoulders was cooked. Eugene Hammond of Indianapolis, 1893, fell into a large vat of boiling water at a basket-making factory. The water came up to his neck, and so the other workers were able to fish him out while he was still alive. However, when they tried to take his clothing off, his skin from the neck down also peeled off. Hammond, a young 20 years old, did not survive the incident and died a very painful death, as neither chloroform or morphine had any effect on his pain.